Hello and welcome. It is the day. The Pro Play Technology gameplay trailer is now out, and so is the Courtside Report. I am your host, RF Ribeiro. You can call me Rib, though. A lot easier. And let's start off by saying I was right. A month ago, during a podcast, speaking about what is Pro Play Technology, I mentioned FIFA's hypermotion technology, and I was correct about what it's supposed to be. And I'm happy about that because that's big news. That is big time because that means I was correct about a lot of stuff. And we're gonna go through everything a little bit at a time here. This is probably gonna be a longer one, but you see here a side-by-side comparison in 2K24 of what it means, and just so you guys can see this again, um, and make sure that you see here Pro Play Technology only for next-gen consoles or new-gen consoles. Um, and yeah, so this is not just for shots. This is for jump shots, dunks, layups, dribble moves, pass animation, signature movement, offense and defense. There's going to be pro play in everything for 2K24, which is as expected. That would be a little weird if pro play was just for shooting or passing or something. So very happy we got that in the game now. And I mean, what does this mean for the game? Well, let's read through the courtside report, and we can read through it together a little bit here. Even though you probably don't want to have to read through this, I will read it for you. Um, um, so let's see here. Let's start here. Pro Play propels the franchise even further with cutting edge technology to directly translate movements from real NBA games into NBA 2K24 gameplay, marking a historic achievement in sports gaming. All right, so we've directed athletes for 20 years on how to recreate their signature moves with mocap, but now we can provide the truest form of contested stepbacks, acrobatic layups, and more by translating actual NBA footage. Okay. So, I mean, what's the difference? I mean, we know what the difference is. You've seen the video. You understand, what's to come here. And let's click on this here. Let's see what do we have here.
Players who play on Hall of Fame or comp online games will be playing with green or miss shot timing for the ultimate challenge. But team control modes will see more forgiving shot timing, so you won't have to memorize every single player's release to the exact frame to find success. The shot timing release time setting from NBA 2K23 has been converted to a new setting called Shot Timing Visual Cue. Now you can set your desired release point based on whatever animation cue works best for you. This makes it much easier to play with players and teams you're not as familiar with. Advanced layups like floaters, reverses, euros, hop steps, and scoops are much more effective this year, and I'd encourage everyone to try out layup timing. It's much more forgiving for high percentage layups and also gives you the ability to finish tough circus layups in traffic if you can master it. For dunkers in New Gen, you can now force rim hangs from any two-hand dunk by simply keeping the sprint trigger held when the dunker grabs the rim. Down on the Pro Stick will give you flashy dunks, and up-down or down-up double throws will let you attempt contact dunks in traffic with the dunk meter. Meter dunks are green or miss on higher difficulty levels now, so you have to be precise to finish off the play. Bigs are going to have a lot of fun dominating in the paint in NBA 2K24. You can now branch out of any offensive rebound to a putback attempt by simply pressing the shot button after the catch. Post fades and hop shots are also really effective shots for post players, and you can definitely feel the impact of strength and weight as bigger players easily dominate weaker ones on the glass.
This is good stuff, everybody. So, what's there to take away? Well, the shot timing thing, it's gonna be a little different. Now it's called shot timing visual cue. Um, I'm sure there's going to be the meta jump shots that everybody's going to use, but this also, in my mind, the first thing I was thinking about was this is going to open up a lot of freedom for a lot of people to create their own little, their jump shot and the feel comfortable knowing that it's not about the LaMelo base and you got to get this and this. This is the like you can actually mess around a little bit more and create your own jump shot and not be a copycat. Um, and Yeah, I love that. I love that that 2K did that. The layup timing, I'm already a big fan of layup timing. So I love that that's now a default. Dunkers, I like that it's dunks are meter dunks are green or miss. Um that to me makes a lot of sense considering how rampant the meter dunks have been, and they're all slileys and lates, and they're just going in. You can't do nothing about them most of the time. So happy with that. Um, Bigs are gonna have a lot of fun dominating in the paint. So the interior defense has been fixed. Gonna see a lot of post bigs in 2K24. Got a feeling. So make sure you worry about strength and weight. You're gonna make a big, don't make a skinny big, I suppose. Uh, and uh, let's do some dribbling now.
Shooting has been customized and improved for all various modes, difficulties, and player skill levels. But in order to get high percentage shots, you need to know how to create separation off the dribble. One of my favorite elements in NBA 2K24 is the dribble breakdowns. Each player has two versions. Regular breakdowns are done by flicking up on the right analog stick, and aggressive breakdowns are done by flicking up with sprint held. This will initiate a sequence of signature size-up moves that you can use to create separation with on their own, or branch out of at any time for an explosive drive or other dribble move combo. This year features all new signature double crosses, hezi crosses, and escape moves. Another major addition is the blowout dribble. Tapping the sprint trigger while moving will give you a quick burst of speed where the ball handler pushes the ball ahead to get out quickly on the break. In the front court, tapping sprint will give you a quick change of pace to quickly blow by defenders. Adrenaline boosts are back, but have been redesigned to make both offense and defense more skill-based. On offense, boosts are no longer lost when pulling off dribble combos or moving short distances. This gives dribblers much more freedom to create off the bounce. But boosts will disappear every time the on-ball defender can bump the ball handler on a drive attempt. Losing adrenaline won't feel like moving in mud like last year, but it will heavily impact shooting attributes. So if a good defender can bump the dribbler 2 or 3 times in a single possession, they'll have a really tough time scoring if they do manage to get free. Creating your own shot off the dribble isn't the only way to get good shots. Knowing how to operate away from the ball is just as important. NBA 2K24 features new right analog stick jukes and other quick explosive moves to free yourself up for a shot. Tapping the sprint trigger will also give you a huge burst of speed to find open spots on the floor for spot-up jumpers or easy rim runs for dunks.
Good stuff. All right, so adrenaline is back, but it's been improved, which is something that I was talking about. I think I talked about it in a podcast where adrenaline has got to be back. It just got to be improved. Like I'm not a fan of bringing old stuff back and removing stuff after. Like we got to improve the stuff, because it's a year-to-year game release, and um things that they include 1 year, it doesn't mean that they're broken, even if they don't work as well. It just means you gotta give it a few more years at least. So I'm happy. I'm happy with everything he said about the redesign of Adrenaline Boost, um, making offense and defense more engaging. It does seem like defense, like a good defender that can clamp the ball handler down and bump them 2 or 3 times in a single possession. When he mentioned that, that is great. Like to go against, like dribble heads. If you can bump them up a few times, their shot is going to be a lot harder to, like the percentage to make it. So look, I am very happy so far. I have no complaints about anything we've been listening and reading here so far. So let's move on to the skill-based defense since we're talking about defense already.
Defensive movement has improved on many fronts. with better responsiveness and less sliding. This helps defenders get where they need to be, and with the improved body-up system, ball handlers will have a tough time getting free against great defenders. The improved contact can also be felt in the paint. Big defensive anchors will have a much easier time putting a body on shooters at the rim and forcing tough shots. Directional steals are also back. You need to reach with the correct hand closest to the ball and avoid reaching across the body to maximize success and avoid foul calls. You can also use directional steals to play passing lanes by flicking the right stick in the correct direction to get your hand in the way and deflect the pass. And when it comes to contesting shots, it's important to be patient and wait for the correct time to jump. If you're behind the shooter, jumping too early, biting on fakes, or closing out late, you'll quickly find yourself racking up fouls and giving up and-one opportunities.
Good stuff.
Everything about offense, defense, and coaching has been streamlined to make NBA 2K24 more enjoyable for all. We can't wait for you to experience the ultra-realistic game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're doing it, guys. This is it. 2K24. Okay, man. This is so. I know you guys like concise, like quick to the point information. And I don't mean you guys on the podcast, because obviously, if you're here, then that means you like long form talk. But in general, I'm gonna be making a few short videos, a few YouTube shorts, just kind of mentioning like the big points. Like, oh man, this is sounding almost too good to be true. Uh, I mean, they've improved adrenaline. The dunk meter is green or miss. Defense has been reworked, upgraded, updated, whatever word you want to use. Um, oh man. New signature animations, pro play technology is everywhere. Takeover.
Takeover returns to NBA 2K24, but with a different spin. Instead of assigning a takeover ability as part of the build process, now you can choose a category of attributes to boost on the fly. When you fill up the takeover meter, you can choose between finishing, shooting, playmaking, defense rebounding, or physicals. If you delay your takeover and fill up double takeover, you can choose 2 different categories of ratings to boost, making you a true threat on both ends of the floor. Everything about offense, defense, and coaching has been streamlined to make NBA 2K24 more enjoyable for all. We can't wait.
Yes. I am okay with that. I'm okay with the takeover stuff. Yeah, it used to be part of the build creation process. Um, but I like that you can choose whatever you want on the fly. I love that. I love that. More freedom. Like you kind of, you get to pick the ones you like for certain games, maybe certain matchups if you're playing Pro-Am or whatever. Um, depending on your play style, I suppose. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. I got nothing bad to say. I would be ranting or saying if there was something that I wish different. We're gonna keep going here until we're done.
2K Smart Play is back, making play calling more accessible for everybody. As you bring the ball up court, an overlay will come up recommending the best play and player for that possession. Tap L1 or the left bumper before crossing half court to run it. And to call your favorite plays, press the directional pad to the left and choose from up to 16 of your preferred actions. You can call anything from full plays to ISOs and give and goes.
Yes. Nothing bad to say about that, of course. All right. Freelance. All right. Those who want to dig deeper into the X's and O's, we added a new freelance called Comp. This is freelance for competitive players who prefer to control all the movement of their AI teammates. There are no pass or cut actions in Comp freelance. The AI players space the floor in a 5-out set. All actions are triggered by the user using the 16 favorite plays and action available on the directional pad left. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is this is awesome. The motion freelance automatically runs actions based on the best players on the floor. As a user, you don't have to call anything in motion to see your best players get into the best actions to score. Unlike past freelances, this one has no set form. It can morph from 3 out to 4 out to 5 out. It can also be dynamically updated through our roster updates. We can continue to add new actions for new scores all year long. Oh my goodness. And I tend to sub all 5 players out of the game at the same time. Yep, I remember that. Oh man. You guys, you guys. So if you've been listening to the past podcast, if you've been watching my streams or videos, look, I I I got a feeling, a hunch, just based on how the marketing about 2K24, like how it's been going on and all the leaks and the rumors and this and that. And I always I've been of the hope that this year was a gameplay year, like a gameplay update, like a strong update gameplay year. And not so not so heavily focused on graphics and whatnot, which, by the way, in the pictures and the videos, the lighting looks great. Lighting was a big issue, and the lighting seems to be realistic now, and a lot of the players' face scans look a lot better. That's great. But my thing has always been gameplay. Like gameplay to me, that's what keeps you immersed. Even when the graphics break down, it's the gameplay that keeps you immersed, especially in a simulation and 2K24 being the best simulation of NBA basketball I think we've ever seen. This is very exciting stuff. Ah, man. Uh, man. I am gonna be on 2K24 so much trying to learn all of these new all of these new things, right? Especially with the pro play, the animations. There's gonna be so many things to go through. Oh man. I'm I got nothing bad to say. I mean, it's the first thing we're seeing, and let's keep in mind that we are just seeing, like gameplay trailers that are purposely made for what they're talking about in the courtside report. So let's, so far so good is what I'm gonna say. So far, great. It's looking great. Um, it's meeting my expectations so far, and like I said, I'll be making YouTube shorts to kind of break down information that you guys can then share and send to your friends or whatever. Because this podcast form, this is my first time watching that whole courtside report and reading it, and I'm glad I did that on the podcast with you guys. Um, but let me know what you guys think so far. Like, is this exciting or what? I have never look. I've been doing this for some years now. This might be the first time where I might actually feel like I'm wowed, like right away. Uh, like usually I'll read things, it's like, yeah, okay, that's cool. Oh, there's a new thing here and there. That's great. It just seems like gameplay was so important for 2K24. They really enhanced the gameplay on both ends of the court in various ways, in a ton of different ways. I am I am thrilled. I am happy. Shout out to Mike Wang and everybody involved. And let's see how this month goes. Let's look at whatever else is there for us this week and the next and the one after that. Um, if you guys want to read the courtside report for yourselves or send the link to somebody else, I will post that in the description. Um, and if you want to watch those videos, you can go to the NBA 2K YouTube channel. Um, and I think that's about it for this one. Really excited, so happy that I was right about what pro play is, and it's involved throughout the entire game. I'm happy adrenaline's back, but it's better. I am happy defense is more important now. I am happy paint beasts are actually going to be paint beasts if you make a big man that has strength and weight. Um, I'm happy that dunks or meter dunks or contact dunks are now green or miss. Layup timing on default is amazing. We can do the Kyrie jellies. You probably gotta learn how to do it. Shot timing visual cue is sounds amazing. Oh man, I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, you guys take it easy.